Hey guys, today on my work floor I've got a MACSOL TL5K 5,000 watt solar inverter made for company grid tie installations. Let's have a look. I'm going to take it apart. Just for reference, there is definitely something wrong with it because when I shake it, there's something loose inside it, so we'll see what that is. Okay, so we've definitely had some issues with this inverter. So, the first thing I saw was this plastic, and this is charring from damaged semiconductors, which I will assume to be these. They're all TO247 size sockets, semiconductors, and one of them is not in the frame. Completely and utterly destroyed. It's toasted, it's gone, and so are a bunch of the others. That's a diode just there, that's completely exploded. Okay, some of them still look to be okay. They're probably not though. They're all IGBTs, and these ones are diodes. The ones with essentially what are two legs, they're diodes, and the same on this side. We got two diodes and a bunch of IGBTs. These still look to be fine, but chances are when one goes, it creates a chain reaction which damages a lot of other components. And so you'll probably see, I won't try and get too much into it, but we'll probably see that the gate drivers for the IGBTs are also damaged, and that'll have killed the circuitry as well if they're not using isolating transformers. So that could be a real issue. But having a look, you can see that they've got electrolytic capacitors, so big energy storage devices, lots of them, and that stores the DC input from the solar panels so that it can be converted to AC. And that'll happen through these switching devices right here. I'm going to make a guess and say that this side over here is a DC to DC converter. So it makes the varying solar voltage into a constant level for the AC side to use. And then these here will be the AC switching full bridge. So it's a bridge of essentially 4 transistors, which are connected so that when they're switched on and off repeatedly, they produce an AC waveform on the output, which goes back into the grid, hence grid-tied inverter. Having a look here, I can also see a lot of grid filtering. So these are MOVs, so they protect the inverter against voltage spikes. We got some capacitors here again. Not sure if there's a rectifier or some type of, no. So the solar input comes in from here, through this filtering, and into this circuitry and whatever. Look, honestly, I'm not well skilled in this stuff. I'm just kind of looking at what I can see, but it looks like filtering on the input, filtering after the DC to DC converter stage, so the voltage converter, we've got our AC output stage, which is just making that sinusoidal waveform, and then we've got AC filtering going out with a couple of big fuses roundabout and big terminals as well. Something I did notice, I'll just move you over here, the cabling looks pretty substantial. We've got two black, so DC negative, two DC positive. The AC output cables look pretty big as well. And you've probably got a big inductor down there, and that's for the DC to DC converter stage. They use a diode and a conductor, as well as a diode, inductor, and capacitor in a certain formation to actually adjust the voltage that's going in or out of the DC to DC converter. So it's a pretty cool setup. I might overlay a picture or something, you'll see. But yeah, simple design, big heat sinks on the bottom. You'll have seen those earlier in the video. Pretty cool. There's not much more to it, honestly. Not that I can talk about anyway. Yeah, have a great one, guys. Bless you.